And this is what we're going to go to, the enterprise saucer section on top, which is kind of successful. So that's an error, but the trash cans are now shown back away from the curb towards the edge of the sidewalk, so there's no conflict of interest last. One detail that I don't think you saw before, and I know that because I didn't see before either, was some plantings around the light poles. There's going to be some, I'm not sure what kind of, I'm not sure what kind of light that is, but there's going to be some landscaping. It looks like, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't tell what plantings that would be, but it's essentially a trellis structure.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, wrought iron, light bulbs.
Yeah, exactly. Surround.
So we'll try and bind upon that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and Parks was okay with that. They've seen this. They're okay with the maintenance aspect of that as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else to convey. I would love it if you all just kind of, since there's only a few, handful, if you came up and just looked at segments. And I wanted, there was a woman, I think her name was also Meryl. She had blonde hair, and she'd asked me last time, there was something about her spot that she'd asked me to look at. And I don't think I made the change on here, and I wanted to find out what that was. It had to do, I thought it had to do with the yellow loading zone. Does that sound familiar? You know, I have
Marilyn Dan Hour, and I
yes,
remember what
yes.
I
She
have
had
written down.
okay. I want to contact her because she did ask me to make a change. I remember glancing at it, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but I haven't made that change.
Yeah. I just wanted to interject something that because this is a special meeting on our unscheduled day and we just had elections, people are actually assuming that we're coming as their representatives. It's very hard for people to make this meeting. They work, and a lot of people are in North County who live and participate in our show. So I just don't want anyone to have a misunderstanding that there's no interest or that it's just a difficult meeting to make.
I understand.
So they expect that we're carrying the message back. So
that's fine.
and doing the job here.
Our plan is to return to the Historic Landmarks Commission 2 weeks from today. It'll probably be an afternoon meeting. Well, I'm sure it'll be afternoon or early evening. And I won't know until, that'll be the 19th. I won't know until the Friday before. 14th. But, you know, we said we would come back and we wanted to show you, the details that we've added. There's some benches. There are 3 pairs of benches that I believe are being added here, here. If you don't have any immediate questions, you can think of them, and I can pass the speaking baton to Lawrence Jackson, our Public Works Engineering Supervisor, Phil, and together they can talk to you about what we're starting to think about for construction and how we can minimize impacts to the operations of the craft show. But first, a question or two.
One question we have, and probably have every Sunday, and even though I've gone down, I've spoken to the people who handle the series. We constantly have people purposefully going down the sidewalk with series, almost hitting people's
people or their items,
their people,
stands,
people who are walking,
strollers,
yeah, everything. I mean, people who say strollers, that's fine, but when it's someone in a Surrey and they're all over the road, all over the sidewalk.
Those 4-wheel pedal carts,
Yeah.
awning, with all the tourists.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's what they call them Surrey.
Do we have that writing?
No.
Could you maybe do quick Q&A after?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because it gets a little confusing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I think think that would be best. Well, if...
I just had a comment.
Sure.
And the bench is just in place since the last time we saw it?
Yes.
Okay. And how flexible is the location of the benches?
Pretty flexible as far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, because I've only seen these like since yesterday.
Okay, because for example, in this area, the benches are in
The loading
only
zone.
in a loading and loading zone. That doesn't really make sense, since we already have some landscaping there. I think we need that loading zone, so I'd like to see those benches maybe move down to the red zone.
I agree.
And, where we want people to sit.
Yeah.
And then I don't know about the others here.
Here and here.
Yeah.
And I actually conveyed that to the design team this morning, said, hey, I think actually it was those ones, I'm like, hey, that's a loading zone, probably have to
Yeah,
do those.
yeah.
The other thing was, it'd be nice to have, maybe not right next to it, but nearby one of these trash recycling containers. It's like, you want it convenient if you're sitting there to have something
Yeah,
to
yeah.
recycle, but you don't want to have to walk far, but you don't want it so close that you're
Yeah,
smelling
yeah.
it.
Well, actually, there's nothing to drink down there, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, that's because you're going to be bringing your own soda bottles. Yes. Now, we've talked about...
Put in Starbucks?
Two.
Oh.
We considered drinking fountains, but because of the gray water system, the vicinity of that, it's a health issue, and so we can't. And I'll tell you what you mean. I walked down there, parched with my mom.
Yeah.
Got to carry
So
stuff.
those particular benches up there, where do they continue when you go left? Which line, the top one or the?
This attaches to here,
Oh,
the
okay,
bottom
okay,
line here.
all right, all right.
This attaches over here?
Correct, yeah. The right side of this segment attaches to the left side of this segment.
Okay.
So we kind of did this, and then...
Is that something we may want to look at, is just the benches, if it's possible, I would imagine they're spread out. Maybe they're spread out to some certain distance, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if we could, move, if possible, move as many of those into the red zone,
I
I don't know where
agree.
there are, that would be a big help.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
The benches are just going to be a huge loitering problem,
But,
We
we're open to just raising that question. We've read turn to HLC. On the one hand, we've heard concerns from this group about admin benches because there's no place to sit
Yeah,
on
that is
there.
beneficial.
And then we've also heard and have experience
Yeah.
in State Street where lawyers will congregate. The idea is that with the benches, this isn't a good, it's not a finished detail yet, but we would have, a break in the middle, as we were talking about, so people can't lie down, but there'll still be people, people
Oh, yeah.
sit on it. And I'm kind of the opinion that it's a nice amenity, let's see if it works. If it doesn't, as we've done on State Street, we can take some out.
Yeah.
We absolutely need benches there. I don't think there should be any
I
question.
mean,
Especially,
anytime that I have an extra chair and it gets used by
Yeah.
the
well, and I bring six. Yeah.
But where are they going?
But I would suggest really dovetailing on Judith's thing, which is, already have this problem with the red zone and the loss of access. We should put them in the red zone also, which is where they're needed. Because when people are at the beginning of the craft section, they're still not tired. But they start to get tired as they progress down the end of the show. Because almost everybody starts from State Street. So we need to make it as amenable and as nice for people to stay and want to stick around.
I agree.
So red zone relocation.
Yeah.
Got it down.
Great.
Got it down. Comments by both of you.
And I guess with the new trash cans, will that make the trash can pad, the current one, a little smaller, possibly?
But not really, because it's not really that pad anymore per se. Because right now it's kind of a standalone little pad.
Yeah, it's like this big.
And that's
So it'll
really-
just sit on the existing hardscape?
There's going to be, just
Okay, all right.
back towards the
And I
sidewalk.
imagine they'll be affixed into the cement.
Yep, just like on State Street.
Okay.
And, it's going to be just a single can.
Okay, good. Well, then they'll take up less room than
Yep.
what we currently have. All right.
It sounds like maybe this is the Q&A time then for your
Well,
part, because then I would have questions. I'll either withhold them or I'll
Yeah,
ask
how about
them.
if we go to, because that we can have a full Q&A about the design as well as the construction, or if there are no construction questions, then I know Lawrence has a commute, so we can let him go.
Okay.
So, without further ado, why don't you tell who's...
I want to say it's a pleasure